Well, hello everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I felt kind of compelled just to break down in real quick terms what has been working for me as far as health strategies to feel my best. Feel my best. And, looking good is one thing. It's just a symptom of what we're doing, but and I, as far as it's just to between the two of us, I don't think I have the most aesthetic body in the world. People say, "Oh, why are you always walking around with your shirt off?" It's not to show off. In fact, I think I've got like a kind of unsightly nipples. If I gain any weight, I gain it right in my belly, right in my love handles, and right in my boobs. And as a dude, it's suboptimal, but I don't care. Here's the thing I care, but not enough to change what I'm doing because I want to get my son. I want to feel optimal, and I want to feel free and all of these things. And walking around half naked all the time is advantageous. It's not just vitamin D that we get from the sun. It's a recharging of our mitochondria, the energy sources of our bodies, of our cells, what produce, and they run on sunlight just like plants grow. Everything is a result of that big ball of plasma or whatever the hell it is in the sky, but it's the life giver, it's sun. So a couple different things. Number one, for anything I'm doing in life, what helps me to feel a little bit more secure in what I'm doing, especially around other people, is to picture myself as the main character in a movie or a video game and consider everybody else as merely here for like NPC type of thing. Not in a bad way, like I want to abuse them or anything, but just to put in perspective the fact that it doesn't matter. It's my show. If it's not going to hurt anybody else, and it adds to my standard of living, then I'm going to do that shit and not worry about what anybody else is thinking about anything, because ultimately they don't matter at all. Nothing really, for the most part, the opinions of others, not even my business, And also if you're trying to, it's not to be cool, but the essence of being cool is really not caring about what others deem to be cool or not. That is the essence of cool, is to blaze your own trail. So keeping that in mind for whatever it is you're doing, walking into a thing with the attitude of, how can I make this situation or whatever situation as entertaining for myself and beneficial by proxy. I get a kick out of entertaining people and making people laugh and brightening other people's days. Not everybody is wired that way, but most of us are. So it's a nice little deal to actually be able to play upon that. By doing good things for others, you feel better about yourself. So keeping that in mind, but also ultimately keeping in mind that you're the star of your own movie and I'm the star of my own movie. So if I want some cool shit to happen, it falls directly on me, and I'm not going to do anything all that interesting if I'm worried about what other people are thinking or anything. So there's that. So health strategies, getting sun, getting as much like naked. It's not the sun giving everybody cancer all of a sudden. Okay. Cause the sun has been on our bodies for a really long time. In fact, there are so many cancer causing agents in most sunscreens, that it's getting your body acclimated to it. If you're not used to it, getting out a little bit at a time. The same goes for kids, especially. Given the excuse of, I can't eat healthy because I have kids or something and they won't eat. No, it's on you. It's on you. All the more reason, because you want your kids, or I want my kids. I mean, I did a crappy job. I didn't know this crap when I was raising my kids, and I didn't know this crap growing up. I grew up on all sorts of terrible stuff, and I fed my kids all sorts of terrible stuff. But now knowing, okay, number one, getting out into nature, getting sun on your body as much as practical throughout the day, getting direct physical contact with the earth, your hands on the earth, your feet on the earth, whatever. And the grounding principle what it is I got water boiling in here too, is that you've got these electron transport chains in your body that our body converts basically food into electrons to fuel our mitochondria, and it gets stopped up sometimes, especially when we don't have a ground. Okay, it works just like an electrical circuit. Throughout time, we're not wearing shoes. We're connected to the ground, which allowed our body to get rid of the excess electrons in our electron chain transport chain. And what it does is, and you can see it's actually visible when they look at blood before and after grounding. Your white blood cells or red blood cells are all clumped up before grounding, and giving it less surface area to transport nutrients and oxygen to the rest of your body. After grounding, having direct contact with the ground, then it allows the blood cells to not coagulate or not stick to each other, basically, and it will optimize your ability to transport oxygen and other nutrients around your body. Making some coffee. Okay. Another thing with coffee. Okay, I use one of these because it is glass and it's metal. If you're using the little Keurig cups, those things are plastic, or most coffee machines are plastic on the inside. Plastics have endocrine disruptors, which basically kind of promote the production of estrogen in the body, which is not very good for especially for dudes. Okay, plastics promote estrogen. We've got it in our tap water. Getting good quality water, getting your outside time, being around nature, being water, trees, positive or negative ions. I can't remember what, but there's a beneficial effect to it. The Japanese call it like nature bathing or whatever, going out. And then also quality water. That'd be like reverse osmosis. If you're getting bottled water, you want to make sure it's not the ones where they're leaving the water outside being cooked by the sun and releasing all of the toxins from the plastic into your healthy water. It's not healthy anymore if it's been sitting in the sun in a plastic bottle. It is quite if you want your hormones to be screwed up, that's a fun way to do it. Seed oils, any canola, sunflower, safflower, all of that stuff, even the stuff that says most olive oils are half like canola oil, and they don't even put it on the label, so you got to even watch out for that. But the safe ones would be using butter, coconut oil, olive oil. The other thing is avocado oil, because avocado is actually a fruit, isn't it? Anyway, but it doesn't come from the seeds. Also, I love nuts. I love nuts, except for I'm not eating nuts at this point in time, very minimally. But what it is, if you notice, nuts are great, and there's a lot of good things in nuts, but there's some anti-nutrients in nuts too. And one of the things is you've got omega-6, omega-9, I can't remember, omega-6 fatty acids in there. And what it does is it downregulates your body, your metabolic rate, your metabolism. It downregulates it. If you notice, at the time that animals are collecting nuts, it's right before they hibernate. Okay, they collect a whole bunch of nuts and they're using it for right before winter, and that is because it helps them to not burn as many calories. So if you want a downregulated metabolism, that's one thing that will do so. And personally, I want to be burning calories. I want to have as much energy as possible. And what it is getting rid of processed foods. It's got more than like 3 or 4 ingredients, then it's probably not worth eating. making it myself, because even if you go out and just get some eggs at Denny's or something like that, or even a nice restaurant, they're using canola oil all in the cooking, no matter what they're cooking, especially any type of fried foods or hash browns or anything like that. They're cooking it in basically poisonous, industrially manufactured, what used to be industrial lubricant, and then they repackaged as food, which are these seed oils, canola, sunflower, safflower, fake butters, all of that stuff, plant-based, like butter alternatives, whatever. They're all toxic to the body. They're about the worst things that you can have. If you do nothing else and you cut those out, your health will improve. Okay, and then also, I'm not a doctor. I don't know shit about shit, really, but I do have a YouTube premium account, and they're the smartest people in the world on there dispensing their knowledge free of charge. It's pretty awesome, and so I try to sponge it up as much as possible and parrot it out as best I can to my friends and family to optimize, not even to make us live longer, just to make us live better. Because if what you could do just by simply using these strategies is, if you have a 25%, 30% better mood every day, or a 50% better mood, think of how much better your life is going to be having a good time at what you're doing, and how much extra stuff that you're going to accomplish because you feel like it, instead of lying in bed and being like, I feel like shit and I'm depressed and all this stuff. I wrestled with depression and anxiety almost my entire life, up until the last couple of years, where I changed up my strategies for living, especially dietarily, eating fruit. The main thing that's on the menu now is fruit, because fruits are designed to be eaten, whereas nuts are the plant's babies, basically. So they put anti-nutrients in nuts to make them harder to digest, and everything that we eat has got a cost of actually processing to extract the energy from it. So the idea is to have nutrient dense, easily digestible foods, so your net benefit to energy production, your cellular energy production, is as high as possible, your return on investment. So the vegetables are good and stuff, but they're typically not super nutrient dense. They're better than a lot of stuff, but anyway, so fruit, meat, organ meats every now and again. If you've got a good source for like liver, like once a week, or oysters, like once a week, it's very beneficial. You can get all of the nutrients that you need from some liver. It's funny, you don't have to eat your broccoli necessarily. There's nothing wrong with eating broccoli, especially broccoli sprouts are really great for you, and they're super easy to put together, super easy to grow. But there's that. Getting a decent amount of exercise, but not too much, but a decent amount of exercise on a daily basis. Social interaction, dietarily also, that would be, if you have a plug for like raw milk. I've got a raw milk plug, super good for you. Don't believe the hype. Pretty much everything that is being promoted by the powers that be out there, as far as dietarily speaking, is do the exact opposite. So if they've outlawed raw milk for people, it's probably for the reason is it's actually super good for you. It's healthy and good. And even if you're lactose intolerant, most of the people that are lactose intolerant, it's just because during the pasteurization process, when they're making for regular milk, they burn out some of the enzymes that it takes for us to actually digest the thing, and they kill it when they pasteurize it, thus making people seem like they are lactose intolerant, because they burned off the enzymes that it takes to process the lactose in that milk. So if you got a raw milk, but dairy, that sort of stuff, higher carb, because you know what? I thought I avoided sugar like the plague for a long time, but as it turns out, our body's preferred fuel source is glucose. We run on sugar, and sugar actually, preferably natural sugars from fruits. Fruits mainly. Fruits, even milk has got a little sugar, lactose, molasses, honey, that sort of thing. Good quality meats, eggs, and staying away from polyunsaturated fatty acids, or PUFAs. I like to say that, PUFAs. And so, yeah, so that's the basic thing. And just stay away from the toxic stuff, because we cannot have a realistic expectation of having a good life if we're ingesting poison consistently every single day. And that includes the drugs, prescription drugs, Suboxone, all that stuff. It's not advantageous. There's very few prescription stuff that actually is helping anybody and keeping your serotonin low, because serotonin is not the feel-good hormone as it's been described. It is the hormone of compliance, and zombieism is really what it is. And you want to increase your dopamine, you want to decrease your serotonin. And if you're on a serotonin reuptake inhibitor or whatever, talk to your doctor. Not medical advice, but there are better ways to go than that. But so that's it. Just some jibber jabber. Eat whole foods. Do whatever you want. It's your life. This is just stuff that's been working well for me. And believing that you have a compelling future. I tell myself every day that the best in my life is yet to come. Today's going to be a beautiful day. I'm strong. I'm competent. I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff. I don't have to do this stuff. I love to do this stuff. Just a litany of things to tell myself to concentrate on the things that are within my control, and to not worry about the things that are outside of my control, and the wisdom to know the difference, just like the serenity prayer. But anyway, this is going long enough. Peace, love, and happiness to you all. Have a beautiful rest of your day. All right. Bye.